Kia ora, Virgo. This is your reading for the full moon in Gemini, which happens today or tonight. Technically, it's the 7th year, 7th of December, full moon in Gemini. And we'll clarify these cards. We've got for you the universe, the world. It really is saying, that you're going, I know I talk about new cycles all the time, but they do happen all the time. There's an opening here. It may take a little time, but there is something new coming through. It's going to, I would suggest that it's actually a successful completion of something that has occurred recently. We've got the Six of Wands. It is a really incredibly balanced card. It is about victory. It's about seen to be of service to others, and in whatever shape or form that comes in for you, Virgo, and actually feeling that value within yourself, feeling worth and value within yourself. You're bringing something new in with the Princess of Discs. This is a gestating card and it's a seasonal card. And you might see something, this come to some form of physical fruition, in autumn. It's summer here in Aotearoa. So, it is a seasonal card. We've got the bare trees representing this impending birth, so the leaves, the fruits come out, all of that at some point. Hasn't happened yet, has it? Or can you see a little glimmer of it crowning in your life, and then we have the Fool, unencumbered, fresh growth, new starts, new journeys. Not bound by anything that has passed. So it's looking pretty lovely. Look, Virgo. We're looking at the universe here. We're looking at mother love, the nurturing aspects, and the aspects of self-love actually with the Empress. Very important. Let's get, that just sort of flew out. Let's get a card, another one for the universe, please. The completion of something has occurred, as I said. We've got the Ten of Discs. Yes, in a literal sense, bounty in all forms. In the material world, we see it in terms of people and things, and those things, all of those things we value. It is also, though, about a more cosmic completion, an understanding of where we come from, an understanding of our beginnings in this life, where it is and what it is in that base sort of chakra, our foundational world, our very physical world here. It's where we sit, it's where we stand. Who is our sort of tribe? We're understanding that. Maybe we're altering that a little bit. Maybe things have shifted a wee bit, Maybe we understand where we've limited ourselves in the past with the Eight of Swords. That is why that new understanding, we can move into a new zone with the universe, the world. Let's look at the Six of Wands, victory. In the Thoth deck, it is called Hierophant. Are we operating possibly within an institution? This Hierophant traditionally, was called the Pope. It's sort of like that spiritual aspect of life, as important as any other aspect of life, but in the days when the church ran state. We get given a key here. I look at the Hierophant as sort of understanding certain under what am I trying to say? Understanding certain things that are ours alone to understand. We get given a key. We might be, on a basic level, we might have a mentor, someone who gives us advice. We might have found someone. It's actually lightened your world a little bit, or it's made you see things a little bit more clearly. It could be in the form of a person who acts as a sort of mentor for you, Virgo. We've got the Knight of Swords with that as well. So burning out the old, it's like cauterizing a wound, is how I see it. Is that you've managed to do that. This is why you're venturing into a new cycle, which is going to give you something new here. I do see it quite heavily as cauterizing some kind of wound. Princess of Discs, please. Odd, isn't it? Yes, you've worked hard at this. What is going to be born? Yeah, it probably is crowning. It's starting to come up. We've got the Eight of Discs, working hard, perfecting. And we have the Queen of Wands. Very driven. Sometimes, the Queen of Wands knows what she wants. A Queen of Fire, cauterizing wounds. The Hierophant's just it's like you do the work. This Queen does the work, but sometimes we need a level of insight from others, really. Insight from others. So working hard, bringing this is coming into form. We're starting to see the shiny disc in front of us, Virgo, and we've worked for it, The Fool. Well, we have to let go of some things that maybe we were a little bit defensive about. Yeah, we do see the disc. We've got, the Ace of Discs coming up. We're looking at the Fool here. Unencumbered, new growth, but new journeys actually. Going on a trip. Embarking on a new work life or moving or anything, in the literal sense. Nine of Wands, and actually we had to let go of something here in order to get to this point. In order to get to this point where we're at the Fool. We first have the Nine of Wands. This is, as I said at the beginning, there's something about exercising the past here, cauterizing a wound. Like, this is a really positive reading. Cauterizing a wound. Nine of Wands to me here is looking back, because it's from the past, or it's been something that lies within all of us, this sort of archetype. Defensive, reactionary, or making decisions based on habit and what has hurt us in the past. We need to understand that, and Virgo, I believe we have, because we wouldn't be embodying the Fool if we couldn't allow this to drop away or dissolve. The defensive default habits. With that, we get the Ace of Discs. Abundance. Look, it's bringing in new stuff. There's a lot of new stuff coming in here. And we also have the Seven of Wands, standing up for our integrity on a personal level. We need to know, though, when we are doing this, that we're on even, we've got a good solid foundation, we're on even ground, we're not taking off too soon. We're not speaking too soon. You know, often the sevens are really about assessment. We need to understand we need our feet, both feet on the ground here, because in some decks, you know, we see a figure that's missing a shoe, they're on uneven ground, and yet that's, you know, going, yeah, this is what, you know, this is what it's all about, this is what I'm all about. It's a card of, in some respects, you know, making sure that your own, that old saying, making sure that your own backyard's in order before you start commenting on other people's. So it's quite interesting, but we've got all of that there with the Fool at the end. So it's pretty amazing. And then we get this flying out, the Journeyman, again, the Fool. We're taking off new steps forward. There's something, it's either something that you fully understand that you've progressed through and left behind and cauterized. I do see that, this cauterizing a wound to seal that. It's in the past, it's been dealt with, so you can move forward. So you can embody that Fool. We've got the Journeyman and Fairy Oracle. We've got the Feline. This is about unfinished business. It's making sure that you don't have any of that, whether it's emotional, you know. I mean, we've all got unfinished business, but we try and tie up the loose ends, don't we, before we take off. Otherwise, they can trip us up sometimes, you know. We need to make sure we've got maybe even ground to walk upon, because when we do, we can radiate that kind of life force. Fairy that was kissed by the pixies, it's a delightful card. We're really feeling the vital energies at the moment. We're feeling the life force, Virgo, and we're acting upon it. And we're confident, and being an earthy Mercury influenced sign, you know, these rock mineral crystals have the 4 elements, and we've got your element, Virgo, earth, abundance, fertility, harvesting, and logic. Maybe it's a time where you're sort of slightly suspended in animation in some respects for some Virgos. And of course, if I didn't say it at the beginning, remember these readings are incredibly general and take what resonates, leave what doesn't, Virgo. So all in all, it's quite an interesting reading. Very interesting. Pulls in parts of the past, shows us this new portal that you're entering into and through, your ability to step off into new journeys, awaiting the birth and the crowning of something new. I do think you're seeing that head of that crowning, and you're feeling the support of other people and respect of other people and the guidance of someone quite special in your life, Virgo. So on that note, take good care. Thanks for joining me, and enjoy this full moon in Gemini. Cheery, bye.